Warning, this video will contain spoilers for Star Wars The Force Awakens. Do not watch this video until you have seen Star Wars The Force Awakens. Now, that we've all seen Star Wars The Force Awakens, hopefully, if you decided to take my advice, there were a lot of unanswered questions in Star Wars Episode VII, The Force Awakens, and that was, of course, done purposely because of two reasons. Number one, we are guaranteed a trilogy. There will be 2 more films coming that will fill in the holes that this movie left behind. And number 2, Disney's brand new expanded universe with the new comics and new books and new video games will fill in the blanks of a lot of the material in between the movies. But there are still some unanswered questions. So on this video, I'm going to go with the 5 biggest unanswered questions from Star Wars The Force Awakens. And if you have any more questions other than these 5 that you want to see answered, definitely leave a comment below and let me know what questions you may have. But please be aware that I do believe we are going to get answers to these questions in either the books, the comics, or in the next 2 films. First question that comes to mind, let's go ahead and get to it. And of course, these are in no particular order. Number 1, who is Rey and who is her family? Now, the theory has been out there for a while that she may be Han Solo and Princess Leia's daughter. I don't believe that's the case after seeing the film. If anything, she is Luke Skywalker's kid. That's my theory based on several different factors, which I'm going to get into in a future video. I do believe that Rey is Luke Skywalker's daughter and that she had her memory wiped at some point by Luke. That's why she's so powerful with the Force. That's why she was able to pick up on it so fast. That's why when she touched the lightsaber, she saw all those visions. And that's why the lightsaber called out to her, because she is the next of kin. And there's even more evidence to this in the novelization of Star Wars The Force Awakens. Again, I may do a future video on that. We got lots of stuff to talk about Star Wars here in the next few months and maybe even years. So very excited. Who really is Rey? We know she's someone special. Number 2, who really is Snoke? The rumor's been around now for quite some time that he either is Darth Plagueis or is like, I guess, somebody from the era of Darth Plagueis, from the pre-Phantom Menace era. And he's definitely old. He's definitely old. The Star Wars Force Awakens novel also states that he was there when the Empire rose and when the Empire fell. Who really is this guy? He's very powerful, very strong with the dark side, seems to be very wise. Is he Darth Plagueis the Wise? After seeing Star Wars The Force Awakens 2 times now, and I'm going to be seeing it a 3rd time later this week, I do believe he is Darth Plagueis. I'm not 100% sure, but I think there's even more evidence now that he is Darth Plagueis the Wise, and that the damage on his face was caused by Palpatine, and that Palpatine probably thought that he was dead, but he really wasn't because he knew how to cheat death. And there's more evidence to come. There's all kinds of theories about Snoke possibly hiding in the Outer Rim during the events of the Star Wars series, you know, episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And after Palpatine died, finally coming back and taking what was left of the Imperial Remnant. There's all kinds of theories we can get into in future videos, but that is another question. Who really is Snoke? He's definitely somebody who's going to be the lead villain of these series, the top villain. Number 3. A related question. How did Snoke seduce Ben Solo to the dark side? We know Kylo Ren was once he still is technically, biologically, the son of Han Solo, Princess Leia, grandson of Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader. Very, very strong with the Force. How did he seduce Ben Solo? We know Ben Solo was initially trained by Luke in the New Jedi Order, and we know that at some point he betrayed Luke and just killed all the other Jedi students. Obviously, Snoke has something to do with that. But how? How did he get this guy away from his family knowing that Luke was so damn powerful? How? Like, how did he do that? How did he get him away from Luke? It makes no sense. Number 4, what really happened to C-3PO's arm? I do believe, and for those who don't remember, his arm was red in the movie. I do believe this will be answered in the brand new R2-D2 comic that was rumored to be coming out soon. Not to mention, another side question is, why was R2 sleeping for so long? And why did he wake up? Was it the Force that woke him up? Was it the presence of Rey that woke him up? Was there programming to wake him up? We don't know, but I do believe that a lot more about R2's journey will be answered in the R2 comic that is supposedly going to be coming out. And last but not least, the biggest question that I have anyways, well, they're all pretty big to be honest. I actually care about all these. Why did Luke really go into exile? There's something more to this. Was he depressed because Ben Solo turned to the dark side and all his Jedi were killed and was just kind of bummed out? That seems a bit uncharacteristic of Luke. You would think that Luke would just go in there and fuck Snoke shit up. Maybe Luke doesn't even know Snoke even exists. Maybe he's still curious about why Ben went to the dark side. Maybe he has no idea. Maybe he doesn't know. Or you know, maybe he was too scared to, you know, to kill Kylo Ren. Maybe he didn't want to kill his nephew, you know, or perhaps maybe he felt like he couldn't for whatever reason. Maybe he felt like he couldn't turn him, which is weird because Luke, we know that Luke tried to reach out to him like Luke did to Vader, and I guess Ben told him no. Same thing that he told Han in the movie. So maybe Luke thought he was a failure for not being able to bring him back. I don't know. But I think there's more to it than that because, you know, Han Solo says in the film, oh, we don't know what happened to Luke, but the rumor is that he went to go find the first Jedi Temple. Why? What is he hiding there? What is hidden there? What is he trying to get? Does Snoke want it? There's a lot more to this mystery, guys, that we've seen yet. And not to mention that there's also, I remember earlier this year, there were a few leaks that came out that were talking about the possibility of Luke, you know, during this film protecting an ancient Sith tomb or an ancient Jedi tomb. Could it be possible that there's something in this tomb? Is that like one of the stories that was supposed to be part of this trilogy, but they didn't want to really talk about it in this film yet and explore it more in the next one? You know, what is Luke? Why did Luke really go into exile? And if Rey is his daughter, why did he leave her on Jakku? Was it to protect her? Did he wipe her memory so that she wouldn't, you know, because of the failure of Ben? Maybe he was afraid that she would also go to the dark side, or maybe he didn't want to put her in danger, or maybe he was waiting for the right time. Who knows? I want to know. I think we're going to find out in episode 8, and I want to know what you think, and I want to know what questions you have after seeing Star Wars The Force Awakens. Thank you for watching the video, and may the Force be with all of you, and this is a very exciting time to be a Star Wars fan. Talk to you then.